It's time to take a look back here at our championship match of the Deadlock Fight Night number 11 in NA between Hydra Nation and Llama Lords. And what a way to kick off the series with our first ever Viper pick in DFN. Hydra Nation would be heading up the Venomous Beast, as we also got to see Quig playing Mo and Krill for the second time ever. Lane 1 was as busy as a swimming pool in summer. Vegas Rock in his swimsuit Vindicta skin manages to pick up 2 assassinate kills, racking up a ton of souls.
Happening behind the Guardian, and there's nowhere for DMB to go. PayPal pushed so deep there and isn't ready though for the assassination that comes in as Vegas has arrived, getting some souls for himself now. The combo gets used on Young Calc, but Vegas isn't really there to follow up with a big burst of damage, and now Young Calc could be dangerous. He seems to just want to get out of the fight though, as Vegas still has a charge of assassination.
Quig tries to turn in the urn as Naked defends it, but the reinforcements for the Hydras allow them to get the turn in. In the meantime, Llama Lords take a walker in lane 1 for the trade.
Gonna do in the end a little bit of an ultimate over onto Naked, who's still very healthy on HP as he's trying to get the urn turn in. It's still gonna be on the ground though, and I think Naked's gonna be able to try to turn it in, but he actually gets meleeed off and instead gets dropped once again.
Yeah, he picked it up and then had to drop it down pretty much straight away. Flick's the one that actually ends up turning in the urn. This is such a messy game. I've got to contrast this with their EU games earlier on, which almost seemed to have like strict rules of engagement. This is just an all-out, no-holds-barred brawl, folks. There's pressure now on towards the Walker. That's been lost already. Okay.
The Llamas might be fast, but not fast enough as they try to run away. Flick gets a swap, opening up 3 kills for none for the Hydras.
Paradoxical swap here, problematic for Akram. You're not getting out of that one. That behind that time, although elsewhere Deathslam did go down, but Akram, there was just no help for them whatsoever. So yeah, an attempt at repositioning here for Young Calc. Leffa though was all over him like moss on a rock.
Llama Lords try to split the attention once again from Hydra Nation, trying to push 2 lanes at once. But if you're a fan of Greek mythology, you know Hydras have more than one head as they bite back, taking another 3 kills.
Brutal stuff. Looks like this might be a very difficult situation once more for Akram to escape from. Again, at least have to use the tornado for that mobility, but they're on the chase. DMB able to pick them up eventually. Still a lot of fight to be had here over at lane 2 as Hydra Nation look to reinforce from lane 3. They're going to get there. Hydration a little bit low right now. Look how, I mean, ever present in these fights Rokane has been. Lord of is down though, so that engage potential is off the table, and here come the reinforcements.
Someone call a vet for the Llama Lords. As the pain continues, Hydra Nation try to run the urn as the Llamas interfere, but lose 3 players mid-boss and 2 more after that.
We've often seen them on the Mirage in the past. Okay, telekinesis gets thrown out there pretty quickly, and your boy Calc ain't gonna map his way out of this situation. Up into the sky there goes Lord and Ember. There's really no engagement to be had right now as all of Hydra Nation grouped up here in the mid-boss direction. 1 or 2 more casualties means that that's definitely going to be on the table. And there it is. With 3 kills, Hydra Nation surely should be able to play off this, although it's a little bit scary for Vegas. Needs to drop down and rejoin the rest of their team and help with his boss.
The urn gets juggled around more than a bowling pin at a carnival, but the Llamas get the last catch as Young Calc starts to run it after they got 2 kills.
There's a telekinesis, but Naked's wall kind of gets in the way. You can see desperately DMB wants to TP forward and capitalize on it. Naked's been a problem, a real nuisance. And even the combo committed to try to lock them down. Still, Naked was able to shrug that off, and Quig's the one that falls. These fights are haphazard for Hydra Nation. What a charge from your boy Calc. RKO from the top rope, and Llama Lords take a 2-for-0 engagement.
So remember when I said we had our first Viper pick? Well, we haven't seen much of Hydration, who was just mostly farming away in lanes. Until now. Young Calc gets blown up as Hydration gets the turn in and they trade 2 for 2. But DMB, staying true to his style, ends up pushing down 2 walkers during the battle.
But they do get the urn carrier. And Hydration scooped that up. Now, though, Hydra Nation still have to fight a little bit more to land this particular plane. Hydration's going to go for it straight away, but there's a mess happening elsewhere. I hear the Death Slam going off there. Hydration's able to turn the Soul Urn in despite this, though, and now's a fight to be had. Vegas does fall, but Leffa does get the Shadow Transformation, and Rokane gets run over. Oh, that's tough for the Viper. Hydration hoped to make a play there, but PayPal is able to deal with them.
Hydration has taken his boxing gloves off finally as he picks up Shadow Wave and looks to blow people up, which is exactly what happened to PayPal. Hydration also secured the urn.
Map under their belt here if they potentially can. A great swap comes through, but Hydration just dismantles PayPal.
Oh, that is sickening. PayPal just ceased to exist. They literally vaporized in front of us. Oh, with the holiday out of the picture, that's a lot of the pick potential taken away from Llama Lords, but there's still a fight to be had here. I hear a telekinesis getting popped, and it looks like it might have been Lord and M caught inside that. They're going after Akram by the looks of things. Damn, they get caught inside that grenade. That is perfectly laid down by Flick. Really hard for Llama Lords to escape. And now DMB, of course, is hot on the heels. Naked is able to slink away from the fight, but Hydra Nation have got to be feeling a little more comfortable about this mid-boss take now.
With getting their last walker, Hydra Nation take their 30k soul lead to a victory for the first map in the series.
You still have to worry about the potential petrify that you could hit while he's in the air trying to, channel his ultimate. It looks like they're trying to go for the push. You can see the Patron already losing a lot of HP here in Llama Lords. They have to contest.
Yeah, I mean, we're on board with Vegas, who is not in the pit right now, but the rest of Hydra Nation sure as hell are. Young Calc has had a couple near misses on some key abilities in this game, Jason. That one, the most recent of them. Lefa was under the impact of the Shadow Transformation, but it doesn't matter. The kills come in for Llama Lords, but they cannot peel Hydra Nation off their patron.
Our second match draft gave us so many treats. It gave us Young Calc on Shiv instead of Rokane, and also a new Lash skin that I have to say is probably the best skin in the game. With a very scrappy match past the 5-minute mark, our first bit of proper action happens. Young Calc gets on the board with his first kill on Shiv, helping keep the trade between teams at 2 apiece.
Rascal swap being used to get away, but PayPal is eventually going to fall here to DMB. In the meantime, Left is able to pick up a kill onto Naked, and this is, I believe, when they were down a man.
They're constantly fighting over this lane 4. Young Calc, though, turns up at just the right time.
The real spark to the flame that Young Calc used to scorch the cursed apple happens around the 12-minute mark, where he TPs over to get involved in a fight in lane 1, getting 3 kills.
A TP just came in from Young Calc as well, who's about to be discovered. I think DMB's aware of it. Telekinesis onto the Shiv. Hard to burst them down here, and Young Calc shrugging most of this damage off, but they are adamant about getting the Shiv out of the game. But look at the damage. Oh my goodness. Young Calc doesn't care for anything the Hydra Nation are throwing at them. They just slapped down that Wraith. Now, of course, Quig is trying to get on out of there, but Llama Lords are starting to exert dominance a little more. At least Left is gaining progress here with this split push in lane 4. But elsewhere is looking dire for Hydra Nation.
Feeling very confident, but to be honest, making a very risky move. Llama Lords try to push into one of the hardest earned turn-in spots against one of the very best heroes at defending it with McGinnis.
Comes out for Naked. That could be a bit of a problem here. Rather, came out from Quig, sorry. Hydra Nation are the one with the McGinnis in play. It's going to be Lord and them caught out. That's your initiate tool down. Still, though, Young Calc's a problem. He's a huge issue, and someone needs to be able to deal with him. Shadow Transformation comes down here from Lefa, and Vegas is going to cue himself and try and reassess the situation, but instantly gets burst by Young Calc as he emerges. Walk it down. Rokane doing some serious work for Llama Lords, so they win this fight, and they win the macro game as well. They're starting to close the chokehold on Hydra Nation.
Using the mid-boss to bait in DMB, Llama Lords go on to pick up 3 more kills and the last walker.
They've also got Hydration dropping on in there instantly with that ultimate. Here comes the wall. Akram, though, is going to be able to secure the Rejuvenator, but goes down instantly after it. Still, there's a fight to be had for Hydra Nation, but DMV isn't there. Theoretically, the biggest source of their damage is just not in the fight. Hydration eventually gets pulled down. Quig and Flick low, and Lefa has seen better days. An attempt to climb the wall there by Quig will be stifled as Lord NM puts him to bed.
Even though the Llamas had a 30k lead and Young Calc had 9k more than anyone on Hydra Nation, they were still confident to shut down the quantum calculator.
So keep an eye out for that ultimate getting used twice. Paradox will swap their catches onto Hydration. And PayPal wants to try and get into the fight, but the wall thrown up by Quig is going to make that a problem. Frozen Shelter was there, then removed. Might be back again. Who knows? Lord M and PayPal will go down. Hydra Nation might have found an advantageous fight, but Young Calc is still so hard to handle. He's low, though. He's definitely vulnerable to get picked off, and he'll be dropping quite the bag when he does. Somehow stays in there for longer than you would have expected, but Llama Lords, it's a pretty disastrous fight despite that.
With the quick respawns of the Reju, the Llamas get right back into the fight, and Young Calc pulls off a 1v3 to lock in their first map of the series.
Who's going to be amidst that mass as they drop to the ground? DB trying to stay clear of the action here. Left a little bit low, maybe doesn't feel confident going forward. Young Calc is down to half, but oh man, the execute is so dirty. Lord and M finishes the job on Quig. Although Calc should fall here. Eventually, no, somebody please deal with this Shiv. He keeps healing through this damage, so much of it gets deferred, and I don't think this Holiday is going to have anything to deal with Calc, and that's got to be it now. You got 5 players down. You don't worry about mid-boss. I think you just go finish the game.
A last pick Bebop out of Lord allowed them to have a great counter to the Hydration Lash, as well as give them opportunities for picks later on. The respawn timer really worked against Hydra Nation as they get an early kill on Rokane. However, he flies back in to secure 2 kills.
The follow-up, I don't think it's going to be there, unfortunately, and that will be Rokane to go down in lane 4 with that 2-man push.
Yeah, Lefa does fall elsewhere, though. I think there was a fight happening over towards the lane 1 side here. It looks like it's still going. PayPal and Flick, I think, having at it. Over there, we're looking at Hydration, excuse me. But here it is, yeah, PayPal low, but the guarding damage a bit of... Oh, it's Rokane, man! Again, the spawn time is so low at this time of the game, you've got to be quick. Lefa should be clear of this. No? Okay, the catch here from Rokane as the rope comes in. Lefa's in deep trouble.
Archer might have gotten the earn turn in. The Hydra Nation get themselves a flex slot, taking 2 Guardians at once.
But the thing is, Shiv doesn't really care about that health because he can just execute you. So I'm kind of curious how he's going to play this one out.
Yeah. Shiv does it better as well with that if you're hitting those knives consistently. There's the telekinesis. Does end up catching. PayPal is not going to escape from this. Meanwhile, big pressure. DMB just pushing here on this lane number 1. So Llama Lords need to extricate themselves from this situation in lane 4 as quickly as they can.
The 4 heads of the Hydra group for a push onto lane 4, but Young Calc divides them, taking 3 kills.
To pressure this lane 4 down now. Rokane and Shadow Transformation still going to suffer. Tries to throw out the cold front to slow down the attackers. Hydration gets back behind the situation and knows that they're on a timer. The reinforcements are coming here from Llama Lords, and they haven't really done any damage to this Guardian whatsoever, so that's still a relevant damage threat in this fight. Bombs on Hydration. He'll be forced back here. The Bebop's starting to do some serious work, and Flicker's already down. This has gone horribly wrong for Hydra Nation. Llama Lords punishing them every step of the way.
The 13k lead continues to grow as Lord hooks the Hydras in for some easy kills, all the while the rest of the team takes 3 walkers in a matter of seconds.
But Headhunter for the Shiv. Okay, some real gun damage. That's scary.
Slowing
Vegas is in deep trouble. How do you get away from this one? Trying to fly away, but stuck with the bomb. Lord and M having outsized impact on these fights. And once again, the Vindicta gets caught out. She's unable to have that impact. Remember, there was knockdown. It was picked up really early here, so it's pretty scary to be Vindicta in general. Wall thrown up there as Quick attempts to try and catch out at least Lord and M, but DMB just imploded. Young Calc is getting chunkier, and this orb turn is looking even more likely. Rokane does get lassoed away, though. Can they break through this with a Shadow Transformation? It doesn't matter, maybe elsewhere. Arkram is shoving another walker in. Llama Lords are taking and giving nothing, not even an inch.
With the game slipping away, the Hydras are forced into contesting mid-boss, hearing it scream. Unluckily, they get baited into a fight and lose 4 players and the Rejuvenator after that.
This early, Jason, it is pretty egregious.
It is huge. But there could always be that mid-boss steal. There always could be that comeback. Llama Lords did to melee creeps last week. And you don't want to see them throw it away to Hydra Nation this week.
DMB's not here. Flick is extremely low. Lefa picked off. I mean, wisely, Llama Lords get off the mid-boss now, and they're going to be able to secure it properly, but these kills just keep coming.
I don't know how they shut down Young Calc is my question. But here we go. Rejuvenator's coming down. No one's there in time to contest it.
Quick's dead again.
Here to Llama Lords. And Quig dies to Young Calc. Rokane gets Vegas. And this is all going pear-shaped.
I mean, you can't tell me that Hydra Nation are still in with a good chance here. This is absolutely brutal.
The lead grows to 40k as it seems the Golliath of NA Deadlock starts to fall. Hydra Nation had to force something as they catch onto Naked, but he buys enough time for his team to support him, and the Llamas lose no one.
Of defensive capability, and speaking of that, Naked's going to be split into the cube, switches to the ball form, and looks to roll away.
Okay. Naked walks away. Still, there's a fight to be had here. Well, the fight is, doing some very heavy lifting, like Olympia level lifting, that word. It is a death slam now. Ethereal Shift, going to shrug it off entirely. So that's one of those abilities unable to lock down the Shiv. Hydration falls. Lefa goes down here. Arkram starting to run away with it as well. That Wraith has definitely gotten out of hand.
The 10-time undefeated champions of Deadlock Fight Night finally fall as David, the Llama Lords, is the first team to take them down.
Shift's going to be used for a time, and we're back into the fight. Hydration gets popped. Llama Lords now posturing, poised to be the first team in North America since Hydra Nation to claim the King of the Hill here in the Deadlock Fight Night presented by Intel. Llama Lords are your NA champions.
Now, even though Llama Lords were later disqualified due to PayPal cheating and Hydra Nation retaining the spot, I really don't want it to take away from how well Llama Lords played on a macro level and a micro level. And in particular, when it comes to micro level, it was all about Young Calc showing he can play other things besides just Abrams with his Shiv. And the question for them going forward is, will Shiv be banned or taken away from them? Only time will tell. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button here at Locked In.